Are you feeling disappointed, perhaps drained? This month's theme is Keep Your Spirits Up. I'm Tonyah Dee, registered dietitian, and since we live in a body, have a soul, and are a spirit, I believe it's important to feed all three parts. So I have some tips for you on how to keep your vitality up, how to even increase your vitality so that you can keep your spirits up. In the body, what I recommend this month is anything that has to do with the breath. Our breath is our connection to life, and breath in Hebrew and Latin also is the same word for spirit. So it's very interesting. When we breathe in oxygen and nitrogen. And nitrous oxide is actually released in our nose, and that provides our whole body with this source of energy. So inhaling really brings us energy, and when we exhale, we release toxins, carbon dioxide out into the world. So anything that increases our breathing, and especially long, deep breathing, we're breathing all the way into our belly and all the way out, where we're really consciously breathing slow, long, and deep, has the effect of bringing more energy into your life. So breath work or cardio or just relaxing, but relaxing and consciously breathing deep will help to bring more spirit into your body and will help to increase your levels of energy or vitality. In the soul, the overall theme for the soul is what are ways that we can preserve and protect our feelings, our sense of well-being. And in the soul includes our mind, our emotions, and our will, our free will. So in the mind, what I recommend for feeding the mind is rest. So with all of our mind now thinking all these thoughts of what if this and what if that, and perhaps overthinking because of all the new chaos going on in the world, it's going to be important to spend times at least balancing your mind with some rest. And interestingly, when you slow the breath down, your mind will slow down as well. So what I recommend is periods of true rest where you're breathing slow and you're resting in the peace of God found in your heart. So if you're too involved in your mind's what if this happens, what if that happens, then just take some deep breaths. Take a time out, spend some time to catch your breath and rest, and focus down into your heart where the peace of God is found at the very center of our being. In the emotions, because of the disappointment that we might be feeling right now, I've come up with this word. It's called grief faith. So you might be feeling a little bit of grief. There's an overall feeling of grief going on because of so much change and so much chaos and so much loss of our freedom and loss of our ability to even predict the future right now. So every time you feel a little bit of grief, make sure you feel a little bit of faith at the same time. So feel the grief, lean in towards the grief, like, oh, I feel grief right now, I'm disappointed or I'm sad. And at the same time, in that present moment, have faith. I have faith that things are going to turn out well for me. I have faith that things are going to be okay. So grief faith, my new word here, is something to use in the present moment. faith is the expectation in the present moment that something positive is going to happen in the future. So use the word, if you're feeling too grievous right now, grief faith. In our will, in our free will, I'm recommending having an outlook of inclusivity. Have your will say, I will include people. I will help people. I will include people. I will include my neighbors. I will forgive my enemies. I will be part of something. Be aware of judgment in the soul. Judgment tends to keep us isolated, and isolation tends to keep us on not so high levels of vitality. So when we're isolated and not around people who maybe can bring us up, bring us some joy, some happiness, we can get stuck in our feelings of sadness and grief. So make sure you're having this outlook of inclusivity during this month. In the area of our spirit, what I recommend is focusing on the promises of God. Now, if we focus more on the promises of God than of the world disasters and the world problems, we're going to be able to really vision a good future for ourselves. God promises to give us hope and a future, promises to protect us, to guard us with his angels. God promises to keep his love in our heart. He promises so much to us, and if we focus on those promises of God, we're focused less on the troubles of the world, and this helps us to actually visualize and create a better future for ourselves. So another area is practices. Focus on the promises of God and also on spiritual practices. When I have decreased levels of vitality in my body, I make sure I do even more, maybe longer or more often, daily spiritual practices, whatever that means for you. But I'll get up earlier and I'll chant prayer, I'll say prayer. I make sure that I'm saying my prayers every day, because saying prayers also helps to keep you connected to spirit. And now remember, the word spirit is connected to breath, vitality, and life force. So in the area of spirit, focus on God's promises, focus on spiritual practices, and focus on remembering to pray every day in thanksgiving for what we do have right now and for what God promises for us now and in the future. I hope that this was helpful. I'm Tonyah Dee, registered dietitian with Y'all Light. My company is a movement to ignite and empower the light within. So go in grace and with grace.